According to Ancient History Encyclopedia, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio, c. 20 BC, better known simply as Vitruvius, was a Roman military engineer and architect. He wrote De Architectura, on architecture, a treatise which combines the history of ancient architecture and engineering with the author's personal experience and advice on the subject. He served as a military engineer and architect for Julius Caesar between 58 and 51 BC. Now let's talk about his book De Architectura, or the 10 Books of Architecture. Of the book De Architectura of Vitruvius, which is divided into 10 books, we will take a look into the book 3. On the paragraph 3 of chapter 1, it says,
"Then again, in the human body the central point is naturally the navel. For if a man be placed flat on his back with his hands and feet extended, and a pair of compasses centered at his navel, the fingers and toes of his 2 hands and feet will touch the circumference of a circle described therefrom. And just as the human body yields a circular outline, so too a square figure may be found from it. For if we measure the distance from the soles of the feet to the top of the head, and then apply that measure to the outstretched arms, the breadth will be found to be the same as the height, as in the case of plane surfaces which are perfectly square."
Now, we know why this man drew this. Now, do you ever wonder why most of ancient temples were symmetrical? Vitruvius says,
"The design of a temple depends on symmetry, the principles of which must be most carefully observed by the architect. They are due to proportion. Proportion is a correspondence among the measures of the members of an entire work and of the whole to a certain part selected as standard. From this result the principles of symmetry. Without symmetry and proportion there can be no principles in the design of any temple, that is, if there is no precise relation between its members, as in the case of those of a well-shaped man." Since nature has designed the human body so that its members are duly proportioned to the frame as a whole, it appears that the ancients had good reason for their rule, that in perfect buildings, the different members must be in exact symmetrical relations to the whole general scheme.
Now, ever wonder why 10 is called the perfect number?
It was from the members of the body that they derived the fundamental ideas of the measures which are obviously necessary in all works, as the finger, palm, foot, and cubit. These they apportioned so as to form the perfect number 10 as the ancients fixed upon. For it is from the number of the fingers of the hand that the palm is found, and the foot from the palm.
Now, let's go to these famous words. Prometheus, Euclides, Venustus. These are Latin words which means durability, convenience, beauty. Also known as strength, function, beauty. In the book 1, chapter 3, Vitruvius stated,
There are three classes of public buildings, the first for defensive, the second for religious, and the third for utilitarian purposes. All these must be built with due reference to durability, convenience, and beauty. Durability will be assured when foundations are carried down to the solid ground and materials wisely and liberally selected, convenience, when the arrangement of the apartments is faultless and presents no hindrance to use, and when each class of building is assigned to its suitable and appropriate exposure, and beauty, when the appearance of the work is pleasing and in good taste, and when its members are in due proportion, according to correct principles of symmetry.